If you have a shaky idle or a misfire and want a complete refresh and replacement for the ignition system in your 2011 through early 2016 5.0 liter F-150, this ignition coil set with Iridium Spark Plugs in red is a great solution for you. Now, plugs and coils are a wear item, and when they start to go bad, they can create some concerning symptoms like a rough idle and feel while you're driving, and a misfire, as I said, as well as just overall poor efficiency. Now, the good thing about these components though is that they're very easy to change, and this set does just that, eliminating those symptoms and offering a big improvement in the feel and performance of your truck. It's also a great option for an affordable replacement for all 16 components compared to some pricier solutions, and the red design adds a nice pop of color underneath the hood if you want a little more sportiness out of the engine bay. Now, this set of spark plugs and coil packs feature an improved design over the factory components, so not only are they going to function better because they're new, but also because of the design. Now, the Iridium build here on these spark plugs and the improved windings of the coils offer a quicker and cleaner fire for easier starts, which improves the overall feel of the ignition, especially if you're working with components that are giving you some of those more severe symptoms. Now, with the improvement of drivability, these are also made to last much longer than the factory components, so you're not going to have to worry about as frequent maintenance as you would with this set compared to the factory. Now, starting with the spark plugs here, these have an Iridium construction, which is one of the more premium choices because of the durability of the plug and the performance they offer over platinum and copper choices. Now, they also include a ceramic insulator and a nickel-plated housing for corrosion resistance and heat resistance, and the Iridium electrodes offer that stronger spark that you may be looking for, in addition to a roughly 60 to 100K lifespan, which is much longer than other models. Now, the coils also help increase the spark thanks to the improved inner windings, and the rest of the build is very durable with a tough plastic housing and a protective silicone boot on the bottom. Now, these also have a 2-pin style OE connector for a plug and play and a direct bolt-in construction. Now, this 16-piece set here is about $250, which is fairly affordable for a set of coils and plugs in the category. Now, comparing this to other choices, while this isn't a super high performance application choice, it is a huge improvement compared to the factory system and includes Iridium plugs, which are one of those premium choices for spark plugs, as I mentioned. And they also are a solid middle ground and will definitely save you some cash between a dealer replacement while refreshing the entire system, making this a great option for your F-150. Now, this is a lighter 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. Plugs and coils are pretty straightforward, but I do recommend a little bit of mechanical know-how in order to tackle this job. Now, if you have that and the right tools, it should only take about 2 hours or so to get the job done. I do want to mention that these should be pre-gapped out of the box, the spark plugs, but I do recommend checking the gap before you install this set for the best performance for your specific vehicle. Now, at this point, I'm going to hand it over to one of our installers here. They're going to show you a detailed breakdown on how you can get your old plugs and coils out, and these popped right into place. So that wraps it up for what I have to say. Let's go ahead and get into the install.
For this install, you will need an impact, a ratchet, 8mm socket, a 5/8 spark plug socket, a flathead screwdriver, and an extension. What's up, guys? Today we're going to be doing some coils and plugs on our F-150, so let's get started. Alrighty, guys, so we're starting off here in our engine bay, and we're going to work on our driver's side. Now, this process is going to be the same for every coil and plug. You don't really need to move anything out of the way. These are very easy to get to. So what we're going to do first is unplug our coil, then we're going to remove the 8mm bolt holding it in. We'll pull our coil out, then we'll get our spark plug socket and get our spark plug out. We'll unplug our coil first. You want to pop this tab, push down. Sometimes these are a little bit stubborn. Now, if your plug is being stubborn like ours, what you can do is grab a flathead screwdriver. We're going to push down on our release tab. We'll come in here, and we're just going to persuade the plug back a bit. Now, you want to be very gentle. You can push that back, move it out of the way. And we'll get our 8mm socket on our impact. Remove this retainer screw. Make sure you don't drop that. We're gonna pull our coil out like so. Next, we're gonna grab our 5/8 spark plug socket and a long extension on our ratchet. Put this down into our spark plug hole. Very gently get that seated onto your plug. Pull that plug out. Now once you have your first one out, you can repeat the same process for your other 7 coils and plugs. Now we've got our new spark plug. We're gonna set that into our spark plug socket. These are pre-gapped. If you wanna double check, you can always use the spark plug gap tool, but these are good out of the box. We're gonna gently send this down our spark plug hole. And we'll send this back in. You wanna be very gentle in doing this. Don't want to damage the tip of your spark plug. And you want to run this down by hand. We'll get to a point where it'll stop. We'll grab our ratchet. And we'll snug that back up. Next, we're going to get our new coil in place. So we'll hold our plug out of the way. Slide our coil on. You want to line up that bolt hole. Make sure this gets fully pressed in onto your spark plug. Just like so. And we're going to reinstall that 8mm screw. Bring back our 8mm socket and tighten that down. We can plug our new coil in. Make sure that snaps into place. Lock your tab down, and once you got your first one in, you can do the same thing for the other 7. Alrighty folks, that about wraps up our review and install of our Ignition Coil Set with Iridium Spark Plugs and red finish for your 11 to early 16 5-liter F-150. Thanks for watching, and as always, for everything F-150, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.